Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone. Hello. This is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard the Starship at Normal Prize for an episode of Homeworld Wars, which we haven't done in quite some time. We'll be using the hardcore mod that I have been working on. And I am planning to release the hardcore mod soon. First, I want to get through the campaign and redesign it and make it more difficult, and then probably do some bug testing and then finally release it. So I know some of you guys have been like really interested in the mod, and I'm just like, it's still in the works. I promise I will release it soon. But anyways, the next mission is going to take a little bit to create because I am completely redesigning Mission 10, and I'm kind of just making it in the way that I always thought Mission 10 should be. So it's going to be much more difficult. The map is going to be much larger. Part of the larger part of the map is because of the fact that the frigates and capital ships and super capitals have a lot more health. So right now they can survive like enormous amount of time in the radiation, and I haven't found a way to actually adjust how much damage the radiation does. So making the map larger and more difficult to maneuver is like a counterbalance to that. Plus I want to add more resources, so making the map larger will compensate for that as well. But anyways, yeah, it's going to take probably a few days before I get that map completed and then tested and then make a video on it to show it off for you guys. So we are going to do a simple video today of just watching some ships kill each other. So right here, we have 8 Turanic Raider Carriers, and we will be fighting 16 Missile Destroyers. Now, the thing about Missile Destroyers that I have changed is, one, I've dropped down their DPS. Part of the reason I did that is because in vanilla, Missile Destroyers actually have a higher DPS than standard destroyers, which I kind of found that a little bit confusing considering the Missile Destroyers not properties, but Missile Destroyer's role, which is anti-fighter, anti-corvette, where Destroyer's role is anti-frigate. So I reduced down their DPS to 220. I think they used to be like 365 or something like that. But to make up for it, I made it to where their reload time is very fast, so they always stay at maximum ammo. I also gave them a lot more ammo too to compensate for that, because now you can actually use the missile valley the way it's supposed to be used. Instead of right off the bat where you actually have all your ammo, you can use it at any time as long as your ammo is full, and it will incapacitate your ship like normal. But yeah, you can actually use the missile valley, and that's kind of the counterbalance to reducing the DPS, because the missile valley will still do a crap ton of DPS because you're going to be launching 100 missiles at your target. So that was kind of my counterbalance to it. But by default, they will always launch all of their missiles all of the time, but they do overall reduce DPS. But they're still the most highest DPS when it comes to anti-fighter, anti-corvette. I made sure to keep that in mind, because the destroyer does 425 DPS, where the Missile Destroyer does 220 DPS, and an ion frigate does 165. So it's still, high on the DPS scale for a super capital, but it's low compared to the other ships like destroyers and heavy cruisers. But anyways, let's actually get into this. Let's get this war going on. And for Turanic Raider Carriers, just as a quick reminder, I have balanced them to be between a destroyer and a heavy cruiser class. So they do I think they actually do less damage than a destroyer, but they have more armor, so they survive longer than a destroyer. No, scratch that. They do more DPS than a destroyer and have more armor than a destroyer, but they can't survive by themselves against a heavy cruiser. So they're in between destroyer and heavy cruiser when it comes to firepower and armor. Okay, let's do this. Now I'm going to be micromanaging Tyrannic Raiders just because of the fact that they tend to get confused on their ions, because their ions only have a slight amount of angle that they can use. But let's see how well this battle goes. Alright, so you two are using your ions. You're using your ions. You're using your ions. Okay. That guy's using his ion. Okay, so far they all seem to be using their ions, which is nice.
Receiving.
You have stopped using your ions. Nope. No, you are. You're just teasing me, little guy. But look at all these missiles flying around. Jeez. Like, missile destroyers look so much cooler now that they don't actually lose any ammo. I made the regeneration rate just a little bit faster than the speed that they use to launch their missiles. That way you can still launch all of your missiles while regaining your ammo to use another valley if you really want to use missile destroyers the way they're supposed to. I will not be using the volley in this episode. I will probably show it off at the end of it, but at the moment we would just watch beams and missiles of glory. And this is an interesting time for this episode because we are getting close to the campaign where we're going to start finding missile destroyers, and we just captured a Turanic Raider Carrier. So yeah, testing the Turanic Raider Carrier to make sure that it can handle itself in combat is good for both sides, honestly. So far, it looks like everything is doing okay. All of the Turanic Raider Carriers seem to be using their ions, or at least one of their ions. This guy is no longer using his ions. Alright, you focus. Focus fire on one ship. There you go. Now you're using your ions. How are we doing overall? We got a couple Turanic Raider Carriers that are really starting to take damage, but it's kind of because of the fact they're in between all of the missiles, so he's currently getting hit in some of his weak spots where he takes more damage. Everyone else, yeah, so far things seem to be doing good. You, focus fire.
Target confirmed.
There you go.
Reporting for duty.
Same thing with you. I need you to focus fire as well.
Target confirmed.
Okay, make sure all of the Turanic Raider Carriers are using their ions, because the ions are the most powerful part of the Turanic Raider Carrier.
Acknowledged.
I don't know what you're doing, but you're attacking that missile destroyer in its weak spot, apparently. That's cool. This guy is gonna... Oh my god, what are you doing? I mean, you're taking full advantage of that missile destroyer's weak spot, but geez, Turanic Raider Carrier. I'm going to date before you get that personal.
Standing by.
Destroyer lost.
There you go.
Ready for orders.
Not bad.
Awaiting assignment.
Boop boop. Attack that guy.
Ready for orders. Fired.
I might have accidentally told all of them to focus on that. I didn't mean to. I think that's what actually happened.
Ready for orders. Target acquired.
There we go.
Acknowledged.
Make sure that all of the carriers are using their beams. Looks like these missile destroyers are starting to retreat. Missile destroyers tend to do this when they start getting overwhelmed with power. That's going to kind of divide the battlefield up.
Receiving. Responding.
Are you using your ions? No, you're not. You're not even fighting.
It's your call.
Please.
Target acquired.
Thank you. Oh boy, he's going to take some extra damage from those missiles being hit in the back.
Reporting.
There goes one carrier. These guys look like they're going to follow those ones. Okay. All the Turanic Raider
lost.
Carriers are using their beams.
Destroyer lost.
Good, good.
Receiving. Responding.
Alright, you focus on that one.
Target confirmed.
Focus on that one.
Reporting.
And you boys,
Ready for orders. It's your call. Target acquired. Target.
there we go.
Reporting for duty.
Use your beams! There you go, buddy. Alright, so now these guys are all being pushed away, so it looks like we're gonna have a three-way battle going on right now.
Awaiting assignment.
Any of our carriers, like... No, right now these guys are doing pretty good. They should be able to handle that battle. Ooh, this missile destroyer here is about to die. It's getting very, very close. He's got breaches on all decks. Full combat
Destroyer
alert.
lost.
Don't come back to contact. Boop. And boop.
Target confirmed. Target confirmed.
Okay.
Responding.
This TR carrier is being hit by multiple directions, including some in his weak spot. So he's not going to last too much longer.
Receiving.
Ooh, yeah, these two are focusing on that one. I probably told them to do that, most likely. This is a little bit different of a Homeworld War battle than we normally do. Just because of the way Tyrannic Raiders work, you have to actually micromanage them, and so they will use their cannons the way they're supposed to.
Destroyer lost.
Alright,
Target.
you focus on that one, you focus on that one.
CR call. Target acquired.
There we go.
Reporting for duty.
One thing I totally forgot to do is grab all of our missile destroyers, put them in a group.
Group 1 designated.
Reporting.
Nope, that's not what I want.
Standing by.
And then grab the
Group 2 designated.
carriers and put them in a group as well. Now I can quickly see how much
Group 2 copies.
each one of our groups have. Hee. So this carrier is getting close to dying. This one's getting really close because again they're taking advantage of his weak spot.
Group 2 receiving. Receiving.
Not bad, not bad.
Group 1 and 2 reporting.
Ooh, yeah, we got two of them about to die. Speed the game up a little bit. And this guy is gone.
Combat stations. Group 2. Group 1.
Okay, what are the missile destroyers doing now? It looks like they're focusing fire on these ones now. Less on these guys.
Group 2 acknowledged.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
Enemy units closing on Group 1.
Down to 5.
Destroyer
Under
lost.
attack. Target confirmed.
Okay, you continue fighting the one in front of you. Just because it's going to take a while for him to turn around.
Group 2 responding.
Ooh. Yeah, these two
Destroyer
Tyrannic Raider
lost.
Carriers should be able to handle that one.
Standing by. Target confirmed.
Alright.
Awaiting assignment. Ready for orders. Ready for orders.
This looks like a really cool formation though. The missile destroyers just attacking from the sides.
It's your call. Target acquired.
This would be quite terrifying. Like we were a missile destroyer. You're fighting a Tyrannic Raider carrier like this. Being beamed! So many beams!
Group 1 copies.
I wonder what that looks like from the Tyrannic Raider carrier perspective. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I love the Splendor mod, where you can look at it in a pilot perspective.
Group 2 copies. Group 1 receiving.
Ooh, okay, so these are both about to die. Cool.
Group 2 receiving.
How are we doing? We have 5 Tyrannic Raider carriers left and 8 missile destroyers left. So far, it looks mostly even.
Group 1.
Yep, these two are
Destroyer.
both about to die. Nice.
Responding.
Alright, you boys get up here and help this guy.
Please, targeted. Please confirm. Group 2 reporting.
Oh, never mind. That's the mothership. That's the actual mothership that I did not add into this group, because if that one dies, then the game ends. Because it's like, oh, you lost your mothership. It's like, no, it's just a Turanic Raider Carrier. I just didn't spawn a mothership on this map, so the TR Carrier, thanks to the Splendor mod, is my mothership. Alright. Boys, yeah, go. Engage.
Target. Aligning assignment. Confirmed.
Your buddies need you! Go help out!
Acquired. Group 2 acknowledged.
Okay. How are we doing over here? Good, good.
Reporting for duty.
TR Carrier should win that battle. So far, it kind of looks like the Turanic Raider Carriers are going to win this. Although he is switching some of his firepower over to fight the invading TR Carriers coming up to him.
Group 2 responding.
This one is getting really close to dying. Oh, he is switching most of his firepower over to that one. What are we
Destroyer
doing
lost.
over here?
Group 2 to combat stations.
Receiving.
Nice.
Destroyer lost.
Sierra call. Target acquired.
Okay, you actually are engaging.
Standing by.
You finish up killing that one.
Sierra call. Target acquired.
Not bad.
Acknowledged.
Oh, that one has a full amount of health. That missile destroyer might actually win that battle. So we have 3 Turanic Raider Carriers fighting 3 missile destroyers right now. And we have another Turanic Raider Carrier coming in for reinforcements. Okay, cool. This baby's getting really close to dying. Yeah, how are the other Turanic Raider Carriers looking? You're extremely damaged.
Responding.
You're very damaged.
Group 1 under attack.
Receiving.
Ooh, they look like they're focusing on this one. Okay. It's still going to be pretty close because the missile destroyer here is definitely going to win this battle. This Turanic Raider Carrier doesn't have enough health left to survive that encounter. But at least that one's going to be very damaged.
Awaiting assignment.
Interesting. This is a very interesting battle so far. This one's still coming in for reinforcements. Are these guys moving? No, they are not. Okay. But this one is definitely going to die, so we're going to lose this one. And it's going to depend on how much damage we can do to this missile destroyer if the TR carriers are going to survive.
Responding. Responding.
Yep, here comes the other TR carrier for reinforcements. Let's go ahead and start speeding up a little bit. And he is now officially engaging this missile destroyer, which is going to kill it pretty quickly. Yep, he's starting to move some of his firepower over to fight this one, so all 3 Turanic Raider Carriers are currently taking some form of damage. This one is about to die.
Destroyer lost.
2. To combat station. Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. Group 1 under attack.
Actually, no, you target that one. Okay, so we lost that one. 2 missile destroyers left here. How are we doing over here? Actually, this one is doing pretty good. You're surviving a lot longer than I was expecting.
Reporting.
Let's see how these guys are doing. Boop, boop. Okay, that one is almost dead.
Destroyer lost.
Contact.
Okay,
Target ready for orders.
how are we doing over here? Wow.
Awaiting assignment.
Okay.
Destroyer lost.
Awaiting assignment.
We got one missile destroyer left. Will it actually Oh. It barely killed that Tyrannic Raider Carrier. Ooh. So this is all we have left now. 2 Tyrannic Raider Carriers are badly damaged versus 1 missile destroyer that is super damaged. Boopity 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 boop. These guys actually moving in? Yeah, they are. How damaged are? Oh, you guys are fine. Yeah, the Tyrannic Raider Carriers definitely have this one.
Awaiting assignment.
Volley! Oh, I can't volley an ally. Never mind. I wouldn't have been able to show you guys anyways. And it is
Destroyer
dead.
lost.
Wow.
Group 1 has been defeated.
So the victory goes to the Turanic Raider Carriers. That is amazing. 8 Tyrannic Raider Carriers took out 16 missile destroyers. Now, if I wasn't giving them their commands, so they weren't using all of their weapons to concentrate fire, that would have been a much different scenario, because the Tyrannic Raider Carriers have a habit of like using their ions against something that is like completely on the opposite side of them, and their ions can't rotate that far, so they just sit there doing nothing. So, since the ions are like the majority of the Tyrannic Raider firepower, if they're not using them, they're not doing any damage. So it ends up just being a slough. So whenever we have Tyrannic Raider Carriers in these missions or in these videos in the future, I'll be manually controlling them like I did this time. So, but yeah, really cool. It was really, really interesting. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this. Please leave a like if you do. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. And I will check you guys out in the next video. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Faker have arrived.
Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.